Right now, we're going to start out with just doing this little program. It's going to be about 20 minutes of, it's an arthritis program, kind of their format for one that I put together. And then we'll do that first. It'll be a stretching, getting things all worked out, all the joints loosened up. Then we'll go into some standing exercises. All right, you ready to start? Get started here. I am Ron. This is Ageless Balance. We are starting with just a posture check. As always, shoulders, knees and toes, ears, shoulders, and hips all in alignment. Bring the shoulders back, bring the chest out, stretch that front of the torso out, and then just relax. Just relax. Let the arms fall right underneath the ears. Nice and slow, bring the arms up on the side. Sides, one on each. One over there, one over there. Over the top, keep a bend in the elbows. Shoulder blades are back. Deep breath in and exhale as you come down. Shake that out. We're going to do that again. Up over the top. So if you can't get the hands over the top yet, you're just starting. That's okay. You'll get there. Deep breath in. You go up as high as you can go. Each time, you may get a little more out of it. That's the idea behind being here and doing these things, is that there's just a little more movement with each one. Again, deep breath in, stomach out just a little bit, and bring the arms back down again. To the side, we're going to bring the chin around over that left side, my left, your right, whatever. And looking out over that hand, bring the shoulder blades back, hands to the front, watch the fingers, and pass off to the other side. Bring the arms around, shoulder blades back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. One more time, do it again. Go ahead, I'll be right back. You can do it. You can do it, yes you can. All right, both sides, you got it? Okay. Up overhead, bring the chin up as you bring the arms up. Little bend in the elbows, bringing the arms overhead, looking right straight up. Get those shoulder blades back. So right here, you want to really hyperextend that back. Get the chin up. As you do it, get the stretch through the front of the neck, down in the top of the chest, and bring the arms down. Stop right here in the middle as you come down. So you don't want to go top to bottom when we're doing the stretching. Just take it slow, stop in the middle, regroup, readjust, and then restart. All right, chin back up to the top, looking right straight up. Shoulder blades are back. If you've leaned forward, do one more posture check, checking yourself right there, making sure shoulders are back. Chin is up, rotate the head to the side, looking around, and then bringing the chin down, toes parallel with the floor, looking right out over that shoulder, and then back up, looking right straight up, rotate the head, go to the other side with it, same thing, rotation first, and then drop the chin. Very separate moves, back up, over the top, and down. Same thing, chin to chest. The tennis ball that we always keep there, no, it's not there now. Bring the chin down. Again, posture check, shoulder blades back, chest out. You want to drop the shoulders down as far as you can. So take them and just pull them down right toward the hips. As you keep the chin to the chest, it feels great stretch along the top of the back. And chin follows the chest along to the side and then up, looking right over that shoulder. Back down. So first you look down and then you start doing the rotation of the neck to the other side, nice and slow. Take your time and bring it up. Back down again. Chin up, shoulders back, ear to shoulder. Starting on this side for me. Bring it down. So making sure that you're looking right straight out front. You've got that posture good. You're looking right straight up front so the neck is straight all the way up so that all you're doing is a side bend. You're not putting stress on the joints by bringing the chin forward, but trying to bend with a side bend and lean forward at the same time. Other side, same thing. Ear down. Feel a nice stretch on the opposite arm going through the neck down into the shoulder. Drop that shoulder down a little bit if you want a little more stretch. And Bring it back up again. Shake it out. We're just going to bring the shoulders up to the ears. Start out with a posture check. Shoulders back, chest is out, elbows, shoulders right straight up to the ears. These things, whatever they're called. Shoulders, elbows, whatever. Bring it up. Nice and tight. Feel the muscles working along the outside of the neck, and then drop it down. Shoulders come down, reaching for the floor. Nice and deep. Back up. Again, shoulders up. And back down. So you let them drop, and then you start pulling them down just a little bit more, using those shoulder blades, those muscles on the outside of the upper back. Pull the shoulder blades down, giving you a better stretch through the trapezoids right here at the top of the neck. And relax. Let's get rid of the neck. Let's go into the arms right here. Elbows together or as close as you can get them. Out to the side. When you come out to the sides in this elbow fly, you come back, roll the shoulder blades back. So bring those elbows down just a little bit at a diagonal so you can feel those shoulder blades really tightening up back there, really opening up the chest, but also warming up those muscles in the upper back. All right, and coming forward again, elbows together or as close as you can get. Upper arm parallel with the floor, and then bring it back again. Out wide, shoulder blades back, opening up the front of that shoulder. And one more time, up. And back again. Shoulder blades together. From here, up overhead into a shoulder press. Up, keep the shoulder blades back. Don't let them come forward. And back down. You don't want to pinch the front of that shoulder. Working those muscles all the way through the shoulder socket, upper back, right along the sides of the neck. One more time, up overhead. So this one is really good for getting that stretch, getting that range of motion through the shoulders. Back down. It also tells you how stiff you are if you've got that range of motion. Because if you can't, shoulders back and up is a hard move to make. You need to have the flexibility through the shoulder socket. So if you can't do that, it's a great one to use just a little at a time to see. As you get just a little bit higher with each one, you'll notice the improvement happening within the shoulder socket. All right, next one, shoulder rolls. Back we go. Little rolls backwards. Start small. Again, take what you got right now. You'll be able to do a little more with each one as you go, but just take your time with it. Everybody is different. Everybody is different every minute of the day. Roll forward. Same thing. Don't expect the same thing out of your body at 10 o'clock in the morning as at 8 o'clock at night. It is completely different. You have to take that into account. Bigger circles, arms up, shoulder blades are back, rotate, getting a little more leverage, elbows forward, down, back, and up. Feel the movement all the way through the shoulder, getting that rotation through that joint. Arms right out to the side, same thing. Roll them. Bigger circles. And now start rotating that arm within the socket itself. Palms down, palms up. Opposite direction. As you go back, you bring those palms down toward the floor. And then up as you come up in the front. Roll the hands around. And one more time, down and up. Arms down. Shake that out. We did the rotations. Let's do the swings from front to back. Again, we want to hit that joint. It's a universal joint. We got to get it in all directions. So swing forward with the arms, bring them down, and then really concentrate on using the muscles in the upper back to lift, or the top of the shoulders, to lift the arms up as high as you can get them. So it's up wherever that is for you. Don't lean forward to get them up higher. Keep your posture where it is, ears underneath the shoulders, and then back up front. Nice and slow, little bend in the elbows. Roll the shoulder blades back like that. Squeeze them together. And back, down, again. All right. One arm up, one arm down. Get a bigger stretch here. You'll feel it all the way through the chest. Up the other way, up and down. Again, take your time with it. Don't flail. Up and back. And back again. Stretch it. Get that arm as high as you can and get that arm as far back as you can on the other side. And bring it back down. We're going to do just a nice, easy rotation through the shoulders. Start out with rolling the shoulders around, getting the torso involved, concentrating on keeping the hips flat on the seat as you come around, and then reach across. Just small reach, a little bit at a time. As you warm up a little more, you will start to get more stretch. Those arms will go just a little bit farther out. Torso will turn just a little bit more. If you feel anything in the lower back, stop immediately and adjust. Usually adjustment means get the shoulder blades back, going back in that neutral position. If you're leaning forward and reaching out, that's all sorts of problems for the lower back. And push. Cross. And out, a couple more. Rotate the shoulders. Take the whole torso around. Just don't let the hips and knees roll out to the side. One more time. One more time. Out. And out. Arms down. Shake it out. Hands up. Palms toward the ceiling. We're going to do an external rotation, bringing those hands out to the outside, getting those rotators. Roll the shoulder blades back, chest is open, and then bring them across the front, all the way to the torso, holding them tight, and then back out as far as you can get them. Shoulder blades are back. Don't hurt the shoulder, but get as much stretch as you can through the front of the shoulders, and back in, back out. Shoulders are back, chest is out, bring it back in. And one last time. Out. Hands down. Roll the shoulders out. Shake that out. Here we go. Here we go. One hand up over the top. One hand behind the back as high as you can get it. Roll the shoulder blades back on this one so you feel like you can get more done if you roll forward, if you lean forward. Now what we're trying to do, we want to get the stretch to the front. So bring those shoulder blades back as you bring the hand up, getting as much movement through the shoulders as possible. And we're going to switch sides. Other way, arms out, up over the top, behind the head, and back. So don't do this to a point of hurting yourself. Just bring that hand down. So I always did that. My fingers have to touch thing. Yep. Nope. That's not true. Other side, around. All you need to do is get that arm back, roll it around, get in the small of the back of the hand on the small of the back, and then over the top, coming down. If you can touch the shoulders, perfect. And if you've got the flexibility, if coming together like that means your fingers do touch, perfect. Mine don't. Not even close. All right, here we go. With the wrists starting, palms out, push the arms right straight out. Hands down, palms facing you, and then up, facing out. Make sure you're keeping a little bend in the elbows. Really important here. Don't let yourself roll forward just because the chest or because the arms are out. Roll those shoulder blades back. Keep that posture. Back down. And up. Bring it in. Take it up. You should feel this through top of the forearm, lower forearm. So we're using those muscles on the top of the arm as we pull the hand up. And then the ones on the lower side are pulling to bring the hand down. So back up. And back down. Hands out front, side to side. Fingers out, fingers in. And around. Take your time. Get as much movement through the wrists as you can. Really concentrate on it. So don't just move the elbows and it feels like the wrists are moving. You want to concentrate. Watch those wrists move out and come back in again. As much rotation as we can get through there. And relax it. Arms down. Just roll the hands. That's it. Bring them around. Get that rotation in through the socket or through the wrist joint. So you can take and do the turning twist. And then roll the whole thing up and down, all around. And. Couple more. And we're good. Shake that out. Hands up. Elbows right straight out to the side. Palms together. Putting the fingers down. Pushing through the heel of the palm. Driving the arms out. Not letting yourself go forward. This, again, is not this, which is real common. You want to keep elbows out to the sides as much as you can. Shoulder blades are back, chest is out, neutral position, palms in. So take the fingers and roll them in towards you, toward the chest, and then back out again, pushing through the heel of the palms. Stretch out the upper back. Feel a great stretch up through the shoulder blades, all the way to the spine, coming back in again. Elbows right straight out, hands up, fingers up, and back around, up to the side, coming down at a diagonal. So it's up and down, up. You can roll the shoulders if you want, turn the torso a little bit. Just make sure you're getting that wood chopper in there, that wrists are going down, up, and back down. Pick it up. So this diagonal, again, we're getting all the different directions through that shoulder socket. Other side, up, and back down. And down. Up, get up there with it, and bring it back. Up, 2 more. And down, last one. Palms up, fingers up, and fingers down. Shake that out. Arms hanging right here, right down the side. Before we start with this next one, we're going to roll the shoulder blades back, ears, shoulders, hips, getting into the neutral posture. Elbows toward the front of the torso, and don't let the elbows touch on this one. You don't want the elbows against the body braced. Leave them out just a little bit. We're going to come up in a curl, bringing the fingers to the shoulders, right there, and then back down again. Really concentrate on that movement. Down as far as you can extend them out. Back up. Bring them up. Keep those elbows forward as you touch the shoulders. And back down. We're going to add to this. We're going to start working those triceps, or stretching out the triceps. Hands up again in that curl. And elbows up. It doesn't have to be all the way up. You just go as far as you can get. I can get parallel with the floor. That's all I got. Shoulder blades are back. And arc it down. One more time. Up. Elbows out. Stretching the back of the upper arms. Back down again. Elbows next to the torso, and then come out of the curl. 2 more. We're going to add one more thing. We're going to go into an arms overhead. So fingers on the shoulders, elbows up, and then just reach right straight up. As high as you can get. Bring it back down. Fingers on the shoulders, elbows down to the side, and down one more time. Bring it up in the curl. Right there with the hands. Elbows up, reach overhead. Rotate the hands, and bring it back down. Elbows out, down, and down. Whew. All right. Getting away from that a little bit. Walk your butt out to the edge of the chair. We're going to take arms up. Just relax it, but bring the shoulder blades back however you can. What we're going to do is one of these crunches where we come back in the chair. What I found was by bringing the shoulder blades back, so what normally happens is we lean forward, we counterbalance off the weight in the back, which puts all sorts of strain on the spine. What we want to do is keep the shoulder blades back and together so that as we go back, our chin's not coming down to the chest. And then you just go back as far as you can. If you feel the feet coming up off the floor, you're there. And then come forward again. So we're keeping that spine in neutral all the way through this. There's no movement happening back there. Back. Hold. And up. So now that you know the feeling, you can put the arms down, but keep those shoulder blades back and the chest out. Put your hands wherever you want. Bring them back. And use the lower abs to bring you up. Contract the muscles through the core. As they shorten, they'll bring the rib cage up. And you'll come with it. Back, back, back. Shoulder blades back, chest out. And nice and slow. Bring it back up. One more rotation here. You're going to bring the arms around. Watching around, coming around with the head. So the chin follows the chest all the way around. And back to center. Knees, hips, toes all stay forward. separated, so you don't want one falling into the other. Don't let those collapse. Round on the other side. Looking right straight out in front of you. Arms out to the side, same thing, a little more rotation. Feel the muscles working on the outside of the torso, the obliques. They're pulling you around. They're leading you as you go across there. So it's really important to keep those obliques strong so we can do that rotation. And arms down, feet together. Side by side, we're just going to let the legs drop out to the side. Put a little extra on there. Feet are on this, you're on the sides of your feet. Shoulder blades are back, chest is out. Let the knees come out a little bit. Feel the hip stretch you get out of this. Take the hands, bring them back in again. Don't stress those muscles out, those groin muscles. Just use the hands to help out. We're looking for a stretch here. Out. Some deep breaths while you're out there. Bring it back in one more time. And out. Check your posture again. Get those shoulder blades back. Make sure you're right straight up. And then knees together. Feet out to the side. Step. And in. Out. And in. We're going to take the opposite arm. Reach. So left leg, right arm out as far as you can get. And bring it back in. Other side out. And in. Step out as far as you can get. Hand out the other way. Feel that stretch all the way from the fingertips to the toes. Out. And back. Out. And back. Want to have some fun? Take your eyes, watch the hand out, and watch it back. Other side. Rotate the head, watching the fingers. Out. And back in. Out. If you're getting dizzy at all, stop doing that. But practice it. Practice rotation, especially if you have any kind of dizziness as you turn that head. Go slow. Start working it a little bit at a time. Turning the head part of the way. Stop in the middle. That's really important that you stop, readjust, and then go back with it again. And back to the middle. What do we got left? We're going to do, I just found this one. I really like this. So we do the figure 4. We're going to do something like it, but taking the heel and just bringing it up, letting that leg come out to the side, and then back down, go to the other side, up, and back down. So the first ones of these are going to be really difficult. Those muscles are really tight. And back down, heel to the ankle, slide it up, back down, and set it down. Other side up. Outer hip, inner thigh. Great stretch. And bring it back down. Up, out, and down. So I've got way more flexibility on that left leg than I do on the right. Up, and back down. One more time each side. Up, and back. Last one. And back down again. Hip walk out to the end of the chair. So we're doing that. Don't let the knees come around on each side. This is just trying to get those hips to rotate. So picking one sits bone up off the chair, pushing back on the leg, rolling that hip back, and then the other side, the same thing. You're focused right front, knees, toes, all pointed right out front as you're doing this, all the way to the back, and then bring yourself back up again. Up, up. Get yourself all the way out to the edge of the chair. We're going to do a sit to stand. We're going to stand up and take a break here. All right, feet together, legs parallel, knees, hips, all in alignment. Hands on the thighs if you need it. Otherwise, arms out front. Hip hinge forward. Rolling up, pushing off the heels. Feet flat on the floor. And up. Remember, pushing through the heels will save the knees. We did it. Seated stretching. Done. Check. Grab yourself a drink of water. We are going to be standing now for the next part. So my cats are always really aggressive about getting breakfast, having their meal in the morning. I don't know if it's actually breakfast. It's just a morning meal. But not this morning. They were busy chasing a mouse around the house. That was more exciting than eating this morning. All right, part 2. You ready? Standing work. Don't need the weights. Don't need the weights. Just go into a march right here. Use the hip flexors to lift the leg using those quadriceps up and up. See if you can get into it just a little bit faster. Feel the muscles burning a little bit. They feel like they're working. Get the arms going with it. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Don't let them just hang by your sides. Get them moving. It's an important piece of walking. And a little faster if you can. Try to pick it up. Remember, you're coming heels first, balls of the feet. Up and up. And slow it down, slow it back down. Exaggerate the movements, so slowly bringing one leg up, hold, and back down, other side. Arm and leg, up, and back down. Knee comes up as high as you can get it, balance for a count. Whoa, and back down. Foot flat on the floor, don't forget that. Ball the foot to the heel, inside to outside. If you forget that, you will be doing what I just did. And back down, up, hold, and back down. One more time on each side. Bring it up, and other. Feel the ankles work. Feel the muscles all the way down the legs, through the hips, all doing the work to hold you right up over that stationary leg, keep you from falling over. All right, butt kickers like this right here. Bring the heel up to the butt, knees point to the floor, so don't bring the leg up forward as you bring the heel up. Heel does come up higher that way, but that's what we're looking for. We're going to work the muscles in the back of the thighs, hamstrings to lift, stretching out the quadriceps in the front of the thigh, up and up. So there's a balance component on these, but there's also a lot of movement. So we're going to go range of motion. As you pick the leg up, arms out front, as if you're rowing a canoe, bring it around and forward. Other side, up, rotate the shoulders and back. Bringing that knee up, rotating it just a little bit if you can, in the socket. Feeling the muscles work on the inner thigh to pull that leg in, stretching out on the outside of the hip as it comes across and down. So just a little bit of rotation here. Keep the shoulders in a straight line as you do it. So it's not just reaching across with one arm, it's down, rotate through the middle of the back, where that rotation place is in the middle of the back, thoracic spine. Down, squeeze, other side, and one more each side. There's one. Bring it across, knee up. Shake that out. I felt that in the hips, in the glutes there on the sides. Next one we're going to do is just nice and easy, single leg. Take the foot and just rotate the ankle. So not the whole leg. We're not turning the leg and everything else. All you want to do is get that ankle to move side to side. Out and back again. That's it. Try to concentrate on just that ankle, not letting the knee turn. Hold those muscles tight all the way up the leg so you need as much rotation through that ankle. Ankles lose flexibility big time. And when they do, they get sore, and it also puts you at a real risk for falling. Out and back. Other side, same thing. Toe out and around, pivoting on that heel. Again, concentrating on that knee, making sure it stays forward. And it's just the ankle that's doing the movement. And back, out. Couple more here. Out and back. You'll also feel the muscles working on the outside of the leg, right around that ankle. So you're not only getting movement through that ankle, you're also getting strength. Those muscles are building up around there. So you'll have flexibility, but you'll also have the strength to control it. All right, next. Single leg, we're going to start out one side. Everything's going to happen on one side. Bring the leg out to the side. Lateral lift, toe forward, shoulder blades back, chest is out. Don't let yourself lean out over the side. You want to be right over that stationary leg, right over your base of support. Out and back in. If you want on this one, bring the hand off the chair. See if you can lift that foot up, holding the other foot flat on the floor and back. So what you're really concentrating on is that stationary leg. You've got a little bend in the knee, keeping the foot flat. If you can do that, there's a really good chance you're going to hold up as long as your torso is right over that leg. And back in. Out. And in. Couple more. 1 and 2 and back in. Leg, single leg, knee extension up. You bring the knee up so it's parallel with the floor if you can get it there, parallel. And then just extending the knee and bring it back in again. Quadriceps are working to bring that lower leg up. Hip flexors are working to keep that leg up off the floor. Out. And then if you can't get the heel or the foot up all the way, that's okay. Just bring the knee up as high as it'll come and then extend from there. Out and back in. It's all up to your flexibility, your joints. Out and back in. Again, with any of these, if you want, with the chair right there, hover over the chair and see if you can do it on a single leg. Throw some balance in here. Out and in. Out and back in. And back down. All right. Take the foot on the inside of the knee or on the inside of the shin. Just going to rotate the leg in and back out again. Feel the stretch through the inner thigh. Working the muscles on the outside of the hip to pull that knee out, opening up and back in again. You'll feel the stretch on the outside of the leg as you bring the knee in. When you've got that foot on the side of the leg, that's giving a little extra stretch on the outside. In, make sure the stationary leg has a bend in the knee. Out and back in again and set that down. Other side we go to. Setting yourself right over that stationary leg. Opposite leg comes up on the side. Heel toward the side. Toe toward the forward and back down again. You're on that stationary leg. Once you're comfortable, see if you can take that hand off the chair. Bringing the heel out. Out. Balance for a second. Make sure you can feel the ground underneath that stationary leg, that stance leg. A little bend in the knee. As you lift. Up. Good thing the chair's there. And back down one more time. Up. Hold. And back in. So the brain should figure it out within a couple times is lifting that leg up. First few are the hardest. Once the brain figures out where you're going with it and what you're doing, it adjusts the rest of the body to accommodate so you can stay upright. Going to go out with the leg extension or knee extension. Out and back in. Again, hovering. Once you get a couple of them in, start pulling that hand off the chair a little bit. So first thing I do is go to the palm on the chair. Out. Fingertips. Out. And what I'm looking for is that stationary leg, making sure that the foot is flat on the floor as I'm starting to loosen up my grip on the chair. And then I'm off completely. I gave myself time to accommodate, to acclimate to that leg, to that foot on the floor, keeping me right over the top of that leg. Out and in one more time. Out and back in. Whew. Leg down. Man, those are hard. All right. 1 foot forward, little bend in the knee. Opposite leg. Sole of the foot on the inside leg of the inside of the stance leg. Knee out. Knee back in as far forward as you can get it, keeping the bottom of the foot on the leg. Out. So don't let that foot roll all the way out and forward. Keep it on the side of the leg and then roll the leg, the knee in. Trying to keep that foot right where it is. Keep it planted and up. You're not going to be able to go as far forward. That's okay. You're looking for the stretch in the outside of the hip. You're working the inner thighs with this one. And back out. In. And back out. Sit down. We're going to go and take the whole leg. Up forward. Little bend in the knee. Rotate. And back again. Now this time the knee is following the toe completely all the way. So you're getting the movement out of the hip. So the muscle on the outside of the leg, outside of the hip are pulling that leg out Muscles on the inner thigh are bringing it back in again. The muscles in the lower leg are strengthening from the knee down to the ankle, holding it all in place. Back. So all of the movement is happening within the hip socket. Out. And back in. Feel the muscles work. In the glutes, those medial glutes on the outside of the butt, right in the middle. Pull it out and roll it back again, other side. Same thing. Little bend in the knee. Heel on the floor. Out. Or heel off the floor, doesn't matter. Out. And in. So this one we're looking for movement, flexibility within the hip. So you want to take it easy. You don't want to, we're not looking for balance here. I want you to just concentrate on getting that hip to open up. They get really tight, really, really tight. Out and in. Windshield wipers and back. Out. Back in. One more time. And bring it back. Heels up. Little bend in the knees. Torso right over the hips, right over the heels. Bring the heels right straight up. Feet stay on the floor. Balls of the feet on the floor all the way across. Great toe to little toe. Up. Swing if you want again. Pull the hands off the chair. See if you can get some balance in there. Up. And back down. Two more. Up. Hold at the top before you come down. Remember, you're putting the weight into the ball of the foot, not into the toes. And bring it back down. You're there. Toes up. Same thing. Torso's right over the heels all the way through this. Hips, heel, and back down. Bring it up. This one's a really hard balance. I don't do this one with the hands off and back down. Up, because the body will automatically balance itself. When you need it, it's going to put you in a neutral position. Again, the brain's always trying to figure out what it needs to do to keep you standing. Because if you fall, you hurt it. You hurt the body, and the body does not like getting hurt. And back down one more time. Up. And back down. Opposite heel, opposite toe. So you got heel up, toe up, and then alternate. Take your time with it. Down and up. It's walking. It's kind of like walking. And bring it up. You're also working two different directions on two different sides of the body. That's usually working the brain hard. That's kind of make you smoke coming out your ears. It'll make smoke come out your ears. There we go. Up. Up. Stop at the top. Range of motion. Hold. Back down. Both are flat before you come back up again. So both feet are flat and then back. That's it. We're not going to get to the weights. It's not going to happen. No weights today. Let's finish out with some stretching. Take a foot. Go back. So you're going into a stagger step. Heel on the floor of the back foot. What you want to do is bring yourself into the chair, keeping the knee over the ankle on the front leg. So it's not stretching or bringing that knee out over the toe. That's going to put all sorts of pressure on the knee. What you want to do is just stay upright and then come down in a hip hinge, pushing the butt out. Stretches in the calf muscle. Down, down, down. Hold there. And release to the other side. Same thing. Get your stagger step. Feet are parallel. Hold on to the back of the chair. Roll the shoulder blades back. Back heels on the floor. And then come into it. Don't let that heel come off the floor. If you can't get the stretch, you may have to go a little deeper. Or if that heel just keeps coming up and you're not feeling a stretch, get the legs closer together. Up. One more time. Push that heel into the floor on the back leg. Feel the stretch. And bring it back up. We got the calf muscles. Let's get the hamstrings. Step back from the chair. Shoulder blades are back, chest is out, and just drop. Stretches in the back of the thighs, those hamstring muscles. Deep breath in, exhale. Let yourself fall a little more. Do that a couple times. You're looking right straight down to the floor, keeping the neck straight. Keeping the shoulder blades back as you come down. So don't let your head drop down to the chest. Tennis ball between the chin and the chest. Down a little more. Roll the hips. Walk back up. We're going to take a single leg. Kind of a heel butt kicker. Bring it up. Looking for is a stretch in the front of the thigh. If you can grab the leg, or if you have a towel or something that you can grab it with, bring that heel up to the butt. So you want to feel this in the front of the thigh. And relax. Other side, same thing. And again, you don't have to do that. You can just bring the heel up. Another thing that you can do is put the knee on the chair and then roll the hips forward. And you'll feel that stretch coming through the hip flexors and through the front of the thigh. Then you can bring the foot up. That's another way to get to the same thing. Should have a cushion on the chair if you're doing that so you're not hurting your knees though. All right. Hand on the chair. Feet shoulder width apart, a little wider than hip width. Coming up over the top. Hold on to the chair and come over as far as you can. Use the chair for support so you don't feel like you're going to fall over. Both feet are flat on the floor. Don't let the hip kick out. You want to feel as much stretch as possible, keeping the hand in alignment with the spine and the ear, looking right straight out. Deep breath in through the ribcage. Use the chair to help you back up again and bring that arm down. Other side. So you can do these from the back of the chair too. So it's up over the top, feet shoulder width apart. Bring it up and over. Get as far as you can get with it. Keep bringing that shoulder down. Head should be up near the upper arm, inside of the upper arm. Feel the stretch up the rib cage. Make sure that elbow's back, arm in alignment with the spine. You only want to do one thing, and that's a side bend. And bring it back down again, right there. Shake it out. Let's go sit on the chair for just 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Give me 2. Give me 2. We'll finish up the stretching. First is a rotation. Right hand outside the left leg. Take that left arm out to the back of the chair. Important piece on this, shoulder blades back, looking right straight out in front of you, and then rotate that back arm. So that front just holds on the outside of the thigh, keeping that shoulder pointed right out front, and then it's the back one that moves. Don't let the front one come with it. What you're trying to do is get the stretch through the chest as you go, and rotation stretch the spine, but not feeling it in the lower back. And back to center. Great stretch. Other side, same thing. Hand outside the thigh, bring the hand around, other hand back, and shoulder blades back, chest is out. It took me months to not go immediately into chin to the floor, looking down at the floor as I was doing that rotation. Seriously, it just didn't stick with me. I had always done it that way. And then when I found out the right way to do it, it took forever to get it right. All right, we're good. Down, we're going to take a couple deep breaths. On top of the thighs, stretch out the upper back or the lower back. Grab on underneath. Arms up. Chest out. Deep breath in through the nose. Force the stomach out. Exhale as you come down. We're going to do that one more time. One more time. Down underneath. Roll onto the thighs. Squeeze so that you get all the air out of the lungs. And then deep breath in through the nose. As you come up, using the arms, not the lower back, to pull you up. Deep breath in and exhale, bringing the arms down. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. I will see you on Monday of next week. Have a great weekend, please.